Hi, hello, welcome to Kate and Kajira Gaming. Welcome if you are new, you can call me KK, and in today's video, we are doing a speed build for Merlin's house, and I put him over here in the Forest of Valor, over where Elsa's cave is, and he's just going to be tucked back in the corner, and we're going to make this his own little library, magical potions area. So let's go ahead and let's get started. We are starting this build off just like we do every build and pulling out quite literally every little thing possible that I feel I might use in this build. So it's going to be a lot of browns and wood tones and greenery and magical stuff, and I'm just plopping everything in front of his house and we're going to see what fits. So my idea for this build is the magical wizard who lives deep in the forest, who's a little bit crazy, a little bit kooky, basically Merlin. So I am taking the vine wall and just creating a panel behind him just for more of a green effect and kind of like a division between him and the Frosted Heights. And I put two of the frosted fir trees here where the grass meets the ice as kind of a transition area. And of course, he needs somewhere for his library, so I do take this ancient path with border, and I create a little patio area next to his house. And in that gap between the Frosted Heights and the Forest of Valor, where I have the vine wall, I am just putting some small oaks and the fir trees of varying height. Again, we're making his house as deep into the woods as we possibly can get. And can I just say that the ancient fencing, I think is what it's called, it's this wooden fencing here that you get in Eternity Isle, just fits this natural build so beautifully. His property is going to be filled with all sorts of books and plants surrounding it, and then of course he's going to have his magic scrolls, a bunch of comfy chairs, and things just littered everywhere because I don't imagine Merlin being very tidy. Of course, he needs his telescope, even though he's surrounded by woods and he can't exactly see through the top of the trees. He has to have his signature telescope. And then I love these crates. I wish the stack of 3 we could put something on top of, but I do love that on the single crates you can place stuff on. So I use that just as extra storage because we never know what Merlin has stored in these crates. And there are lots of candles in this build. So we have the tall 2 candlesticks, one next to his reading chair, one just kind of sitting precariously over by the bookshelf. And then we have a lot of melted candles everywhere. I was so excited when I actually found these, and I almost Scrooge refreshed over them, not realizing they were in my shop that day. So now here we are adding just as much flora as we possibly can. So I do create his pathway coming out of his house, and I want it to almost disappear into the grass, just as if it had worn away just by either the weather or with time. And of course the entire patio is overgrown with these ferns that you get from Eternity Isle. And because his property is magical, I don't have to exactly hide the vacuum that I have in the Forest of Valor because it does still sort of fit his vibe. And we're just going to fill this part in with various rocks and trees, overgrown beach grass, and flowers. I swear most of my item limit goes to the plants. I really wish they didn't count all of the trees, or at least not count the resources that spawn against you. Or they could just, you know, get rid of the item limit altogether. I think out of the entire build for Merlin, trying to get the forest area that surrounds his house to blend in with his house and the rest of the Forest of Valor probably took me the longest to do. And then it didn't help that I was trying to be cognizant of my item limit, as well as making sure that I could still access this area for resources and for any time bending stuff. Alright guys, and let's go ahead and let's walk through this super simple forest Merlin-y housing area. Of course we do have our wizard in the woods, so let's go ahead and walk through and just see what it is like to find our magical wizard in the woods. So the rest of the forest is not complete, but of course we had to start with Merlin and then we'd work our way over. So here we have just his entire house filled with overgrowth and flowers and grass and rocks and fallen trees, and then you come to our magical wizard's outdoor library and potions area. I think his house fits nicely in this area for the transition between the Forest of Valor and the Frosted Heights, because he does have the blues and the whites in his tower to mesh with the Frosted Heights, but he also has all that greenery around him to blend into the forest. Alright guys, and there we go. A super quick tour of Merlin's house in the woods. If you guys do enjoy this type of content or enjoy cozy games at all, go ahead and like, subscribe, and give this video a great big thumbs up. Be sure to follow me on all social media sites linked down below: Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. I am a small-time content creator looking to grow her channel in 2024, and I hope you guys will join me for the journey. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys!